सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्गुह्यत्वं निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Yes.
In the last class, we saw that there is a general rule, abhavaha adhikara rupaha. In this particular case here, the Granthakara is giving the specific rule. Aropita nivrittihi adhisthana rupaha. For that, Granthakara gives the example, Aropita sarpa nivrittihi adhisthana rajju matram. And regarding this, how this is so, that Panikara explains. The rope is called as the adhisthana of the snake which is appearing in the rope. When of this adhisthana of the Brahma of Sarpa which is appearing in mild darkness, when there is connection with light, then some ascertainment is born in the form of this is rope alone. And when such ascertainment is born, then at that time itself the snake is nivartate, is negated. And therefore, since the sarpa nivritti and adhisthana rajju sakshatkara, the negation of the snake and the appreciation of the rope, which is the adhishthanam of that snake, is born at the same moment, is born conditioned in the same moment.
Conditioned by the same.
Yes, conditioned by the same moment. Therefore, the negation of the snake is in the form of adhisthana rajju only, in the form of the rope, which is the adhishthanam. The Tipanikara here wants to say that the sarpa nivritti is nivritti rupa and adhisthana sakshatkara is dravya rupa.
Adhisthana sakshatkara, adhisthana rajju is dravya rupa. We are equating sarpa nivritti to adhisthana rajju. See, sarpa nivrittihi adhisthana rajju matram. For the basis is that rajju nivritti and adhisthana sakshatkara are happening in the same time. Is it clear?
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Yes. So, the sarpa nivritti is nivritti rupa and adhisthana is dravya rupa. And the sarpa nivritti and adhisthana sakshatkara is happening at the same time. And finally, what remains is adhishthanam only. Therefore, this nivritti rupa sarpa nivritti is all. Nivritti rupa sarpa nivritti. Sarpa nivritti, which is in the form of nivritti.
Okay. Negation.
Is the nivritti rupa sarpa nivritti is adhisthana matram. And what does it finally mean? That this abhava, as per the Purva Pakshi, is also bhava rupa. So as per the Purva Paksha also, there are not two things which are in which one is abhava and another is bhava. Both are bhava.
This as per Purva Pakshi, Abhava is the Bhava Rupa.
As per Purva Pakshi, the two things which are there, one is Abhava and the other is Bhava. As per Siddhanti, that Abhava is also Bhava Rupa. And therefore everything is Bhava Rupa, therefore there is no contradiction. Now in the 39th Khanda, there is Sambandha Nirupanam. And four types of Sambandha are given by the Granthakara. The Granthakara says, Granthasya, Vishayasya, Prameyasya cha, Pratipadya Pratipadaka Bhava Sambandha of the Grantha. And this Grantha is in the form of Shabda Rupa Pramana. And the Vishaya, which is Prameya, to be known. There is connection in the form of being revealed and the revealer. And Grantha Pratipadakaha, the text is the revealer. Vishayaha, Jiva Brahma Aikyam Pratipadyaha. And the subject matter, that is the oneness of Jiva and Brahma, is revealed. Yad Vishayam Vivichya Bodhayati Tat Pratipadakam. That which reveals the subject matter distinctly is called Pratipadaka. Yad Bodhyate Tat Pratipadyam. And that which is revealed is called Pratipadya. Then the second sambandha. Adhikari Palayoho Prapya Prapaka Bhava Rupaha Sambandhaha. Between the Adhikari and the result, there is connection in the form of being the attained and the attainer. Phalam Prapyam. The result is to be attained. Adhikari Prapakaha. And the eligible person is the attainer. Yad vastu labhyate tat prapyam. That the thing which is attained, that is called prapyam. Yo labda saha prapakaha. And the one who is attainer is called prapaka. Now the third sambandha. Adhikari vicharayo hotu kartru kartavya bhava rupaha sambandhaha. Whereas between adhikari and vichara, the analysis, there is connection in the form of being the doer and to be done. Adhikari karta. The eligible person is the doer. Kartavyaha vicharaha. And the analysis is to be done. Yaha karoti saha karta. One who does is karta. Yat kriyate tat kartavyam. And that which is done is called kartavyam. And now the fourth sambandha. Grantha jnana yoho janya janaka bhavaha sambandhaha. Between the grantha, the text, and the jnanam, the knowledge, there is connection in the form of that which is born and janaka, the giver of birth, means producer. Vichara dwara jnanam prati grantha janakaha. The text is the producer for jnanam through analysis. Means through analysis, the text becomes the producer of jnanam. And jnanam is janyam. Jnanam is produced. Yat utpadayati tat janakam. The one who produces, that is called janaka. Yad utpadyate tat janyam. And that which is produced is called janyam. Evameva sambandhantaram api bodhyam. Similarly, other sambandha, other connections also should be understood. And what are those connections? Other connections? The Tippani Kara in second Tippani says, between Shravanadi and Jnanam, there is by the word Sambandhantaram, means by the word other connections, the connection in the form of being sadhya and sadhana, being that which is to be attained, and sadhana, the means, means the goal and the means, is there or it should be understood of Shravanadi with Jnanam and of Jnanam with Moksha. Now, the Tippanikara in the first Tippani says, what is the purpose of this mention of Anubandha introductory point in the form of connection? So he says that whichever first thing with whichever second thing there is sambandha connection, then of that first thing there is usefulness with regard to that second thing. An example is given. Just as the pot maker, etc., has got connection with pot, etc. Therefore, the pot maker is used, or the pot maker, etc., are used with regard to the production of pot, etc. And of whichever first thing, the connection with whichever second thing is not there, of that first thing, the utility with regard to that second thing is also not there. An example is given. Just as of the eyes, there is absence, or because of the absence of connection of the eyes with air and space. Therefore, of the eyes, there is no utility with regard to the objectification of those two, means Vayu and Akasha. And now, Prakriti Kim Ayatam, that is true. Evam, similarly, when there is absence of sambandha between the text and Brahma, then two things will happen. Then for the Grantha, Brahma would not become the Vishaya, the subject matter, and Grantha also would not be the Pratipadaka, the revealer of Brahma. And therefore, Paras, therefore, for the establishment of mutual benefit, that there is the sambandha is imagined between this Grantha and Brahma in the form of being Bodhya and Bodhaka, the one which is revealed and the revealer. And here the Grantha is the revealer and Brahma is revealed. And how is this Sambandha there? By the negation of whatever is non-Brahma. Because Brahma directly cannot be revealed by any word. In this manner, the purpose of mentioning the Anubandha in the form of Sambandha is there.
So Sambandha Nirupanam, in that Prayojana Kathana, yesterday Yasya Vastunaha Yena Sa Sambandho Bhavati Tasya Tadvishe Api Upayoga Asti. With regard to that, I said Yasya and Tadvishe and Yena and Tasya. That also is possible. But since the Tippanikara is giving the example in a particular format, therefore we have to change. Otherwise, यस्य वस्तुना येन से संबंध भवति तस्य तद्विषये अपि उपयोग. The upayoga is mutual. That's why at the end it was that sambandha bhave granthasya na brahma vishayo bhave granthopi na brahma pratipadak. Therefore that way yasya and tadvishe are possible and yena and tasya possible. But Granthakara, where giving the example in the next slide, he using a particular way, and therefore we say Yasya Vastuna is the first thing. Of the first thing, Yenasa, with second thing, Sambandha is there, then the first thing will have the utility in the with regard to the second thing. That is the currently you did a good thing. First, second makes it clear. Otherwise, we have to say that which is related to something that is beneficial to that thing. That type of thing we have to use. That and that you understand. But first, second thing will make it good. So, whichever vastu has sambandha with any other thing, that the first thing will have the utility in the second. Alright. And here Granthakara showed that Paraspara Upakara. Upakara means favor. Mutually favor. How favor? Granthasya Brahma Vishayo Bhavati. That is, Brahma is doing favor to Grantha, that I will become Vishaya. And Grantha also doing favor to Brahman. How? Pratipadaka. So Granthopi na Brahma Pratipadaka Syat, Granthasya na Brahma Vishayo Bhavet. Tasmat Paraspara Upakara Siddhyartha. Therefore, for mutual favor, contribution to each other, Anayoho Sambandha Kalpyate. The connection between the two, Grantha and Brahma, is Kalpyate, presumed, postulated in the form of Bodhya Bodhaka Bhava. In the form of the status of being the revealed and revealer. And here it is a peculiar Bodhya Bodhaka. In Karma Kanda, Bodhya Bodhaka will be simple one. That Karma Kanda is revealing and Karma is the revealed subject matter. So Karma Kandayoho Bodhya Bodhaka Bhava Sambandha Sakshat Bhavati. Whereas here Atad Vyavritya, because of the speciality of Brahman, that it cannot be denoted by any words. Therefore, Atad Vyavritya, by the negation of non-Brahman, this Grantha will become Bodhaka, Brahma will become Bodhya. And in this manner, the purpose of Sambandha Kathana. Why Sambandha is mentioned? Because if Sambandha is there, then only one will be utilized for the other. One becomes useful to know the other only when they have got Sambandha. And behind that one general logic we had said that Sambandha Vishesha is possible when Sambandha Samanya is there. If Sambandha Samanya is not there, Sambandha Vishesha will not be possible. And Sambandha Vishesha is in the form of utility. So that one is connected to the second, then only one will be useful for the second. For the first to be useful in the second, first and second should be connected. Without connection, utility is not possible. If I want to be useful to you, I have to be connected directly or indirectly. So, though two brothers, they don't talk to each other. But still, suppose the elder one wants to help, then some connection he has to find out. Without connection, utility is not possible. Therefore, to understand how one is useful in the second, they have to have some sambandha. Yes. And therefore, sambandha kathana is useful. So that we will have clarity that how one will be useful to the other. So that is the saramsa of the tippani. This tippani, that for one thing to be useful to the other in terms of knowledge, then the both of them, one who is beneficiary and one who is benefactor, both of them should have connection. Therefore, sambandha is required to be talked about. And now conclusion. Yastu sadhana sampanno jignasu prathamam patet.
Yastu sadhana sampanno jignasu pratamam pathet.
Imam tarangam satatam mukto saunatra samshayah.
Imam tarangam satatam mukto saunatra samshayah.
Yahatu, however, one who is sadhana sampanna, endowed with sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, antakrana shuddhi, antakrana aishwaryam, jignasu is the desirous of knowledge. Prathamam patet would read this first taranga. Imam tarangam, this first taranga. or reads this taranga firstly, that way also is Prathamam Patit. Prathamam imam tarangam patit or imam tarangam Prathamam Patit. Satatam. Satatam means regularly. Asau muktaha. That person becomes free. Atra na samshaya. There is no doubt about it. Why? If the Dhyana Shloka itself is good enough. And while presenting the subject matter, the vision is already revealed. And therefore, if a person is ready, means it's like a dry powder, then ignition of knowledge will happen. If not ready, even whole Vichara Sagara will not be enough. But if is ready, Prathamam Tarangam itself will make him free. Because every time, in Vedanta, this is the approach of traditional teacher. That every now and then the vision is brought in. During the course or during the classes, all that is here is Ishvara, and that Ishvara you are, that idea will keep coming. Even in the beginning itself it comes. Here itself in Dhyana Shloka it came, and while talking about this Vishaya it came, so it will keep coming. And thus Muktaha, so one who reads very well, that's why Sadhana Sampanna. Dry powder like Sadhana Sampanna, then Muktaha, so Natra Samshaya. Because already one is free. Only some the avarana is there, and for some people avarana is very thin, and therefore it can go. Prachanda Vate. The Prachanda Vate, this, what is Tula? I will go away. It's possible. And let me conclude this. Iti Shri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati Virachite
Iti Shri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati Virachite
Vichara Sagare
Vichara Sagare
Anubandha Samanya Nirupanam.
Anubandha Samanya Nirupanam.
Okay, sorry, I am little fast. Anubandha Samanya Nirupanam Nama.
Anubandha Samanya Nirupanam Nama.
Pratamaha Tarangaha.
Pratamaha Tarangaha.
I was not part of somebody is. Thus ends the first Taranga called Anubandha Samanya Nirupanam. General presentation of Anubandha. Means this is not specific, general only. Generally, itna bada sara hai. In Vichara Sagara. Here we have to say Samskrita Vichara Sagara. Why? Because the title given is, it is adjective qualified by the word Shri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati Virachite. Vasudeva Brahmendra has not written Vichara Sagara, but Sanskrit Vichara Sagara he has done. Therefore, Sanskrita Vichara Sagare Brahmendra Saraswati Virachite. Prathama Taranga. The first, thus ends the first wave called the presentation of introductory points in general in the text called Vichar Sagara, the ocean of enquiry in Sanskrit, composed by Sri Vasudeva Brahmendra Saraswati. It's a full translation. And in this Taranga, we started with Dhyana Shloka, and in Dhyana Shloka also Padakritya of all the words, the significance of all words was explained. And then this, why this Vichar Sagara is written, the purpose of the text was talked about. And then Anubandha Chatushtaya was introduced. What is Anubandha? That also was talked about. Anubandha Chatushtaya, Adhikari, and Vishaya, Prayojana, and Sambandha. In the description of Adhikari, 4 sadhanas, Vivekadi Chatushtayam, And then Shravanadi Chatushtaya were presented. And Vivekadi Chatushtayam makes the person qualified for Shravanadi Chatushtayam. What is Shravanadi Chatushtayam? Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana and Tattvam Padartha Vichara separately mentioned. And then, incidentally, the Sakshat Sadhana for Jnanam, that topic was described. First, it was said that Shravanadi are the means for Jnana. And then, little bit refinement was done. That Mahavakya Shravana or Shruta Mahavakya is sadhanam, sakshat sadhanam for aparoksha jnana. And Shravanadi are just remover of the obstacles in getting the result of aparoksha jnana. So Shravanadis have got the role of being pratibandha nivartaka and not sakshat sadhanam for aparoksha jnanam of Atma being Brahma or Brahma being Atma. So there was some technical discussion. From this we understand that Granthakara is suggesting threefold Shravana. One is Mahavakya Shravanam. Second is Tattvam Padartha Vishayaka Shravanam. And third is Tatparya Nirnayaka Shravanam. Tatparya Nirnayatmaka Vichara Rupa Shravanam. Pramana Samshaya Nivartaka Shravana. Principally, he said that Aparoksha Jnanam takes place by Mahavakya Shravanam, which can happen even during this Swadhyaya Kala. But practically, the order of implementation of these three Shravanam can be first Tattvam Padartha Vichara Rupa Shravanam. Second, Mahavakyartha Shravanam. Not merely Mahavakya. Mahavakyartha Shravanam or Mahavakyartha Vichara Rupa Shravanam. And third is Tatparya Nirnaya. Tatparya Nirnayatmaka Vichara Rupa Shravanam. In Tatparya Nirnayaka Vichara Rupa Shravanam, what we are doing? We are answering possible contentions regarding the interpretation of Shruti Vakyas. Is it clear? And therefore that comes at the end. Because first you have to understand the vision. In the beginning itself you start comparing and all, so you will be confused. Therefore what we do? We first introduce Tvam Padartha, then Tat Padartha. So Tattvam Padartha Vichara happens. Then Mahavakyartha is introduced. And then if there are objections regarding the Tatparya, the commitment of Shruti, based on the contentions of different acharyas, that topic we take up. And we resolve that particular doubt regarding the Tatparyam of the Pramana. And thus Pramana Vishayaka Samshaya is Nivritta by the third type of Shravana. Thus threefold Shravanam were suggested in this text. This is the uniqueness of this particular Taranga. Now, संस्कृत विचार सागरे अनुबंधानां विशेषतः निरूपणं नाम द्वितीयः तरङ्गः. So we are entering into the second wave, not COVID wave. Vichara Sagara wave. After wave, we always think of COVID now. So third wave, fourth wave, they are talking. So dvitiya taranga, second wave, called Anubandhanam Visheshatah Nirupanam. Very big name. The second taranga called Nirupanam, presentation of Anubandha. Still Anubandha only. Introductory points. Visheshatah, specifically. So, in what? Sanskrita Vichara Sagare. In the text called Vichara Sagara, presented in Sanskrit language. So this is second taranga. This is going to be the second taranga, where Anubandha topic will be there. But now Visheshata. Visheshata means specifically. Specifically means all possible doubts regarding Anubandha will be raised and answered. In fact, this taranga is predominantly consisting of Purvapaksha Samadhana. The language is that only. Purvapakshi will have so many objections regarding Anubandha. Already they have done, but that was just trial. Now the solid objections against this Anubandha are raised, and then they are going to be answered. That is Visheshata. And by the language of Purvapakshi Samadhanam, Anubandhas are made further clear. Such exhaustive presentation of Anubandha is very rare to find. 2 chapters are used for Anubandha. So Visheshata Nirupana. For Visheshataha, very beautiful example is given by Brahmendra Saraswati ji. Kashit Kila Samban. Footnote. Kila, indeed. Kashit, some grihi, some householder. Griha prasadadi samaramba samaye. At the time of starting the building of the house, Griha prasadadi, house or a palace, samaramba means starting the construction. At the time of the beginning of the construction of the house or palace, etc., Pratiruddaha, who grihi, that one householder, when he was about to start the construction of his house, then his Pratiruddaha stopped, obstructed. By whom? Parisara Vartina Anyena Grihasthena. By some other householder who is Parisara Varti, means staying nearby, neighbor. Any right? Grihastha. Why? The sannyasi is not supposed to go to the court. Therefore, he said, Anyena Grihasthena Pratiruddha. So he was about to start, and the neighbor comes, you cannot start. This land is mine. You cannot start. You are going to put the boundary wall, it is coming in my building. That problem is there. Almost every big land encroachment and all issue will be there. So he said, this Grihi who is about to start is Pratiruddha by his neighbor. Then what happens? Nyayadipati dwara swasamya samsadhya. Then through advocate or through judge, adipati, nyayadipati can be judge, through the advocate or through judge, swamya samsadhya, having established his possession, his ownership, through nyayadipati. And nyayadipati is judge only. Adhivakta is the advocate. So nyayadipati dwara, through a judge, means he went to the court, and through the court, through the judge, swaswamya, swaswamyam, which should be swaswamyam is there? Not there, no? Visvaswamyam samsadhya. Having established his ownership, yatha, just as griharambe pravartate. Now he is engaged in starting the house, starting the building of the house. So similarly, Granthakara is like the first grihi. He has presented Anubandha Chatushtayam and he is about to build up the Grantha further. But before he does that, the Purvapakshi, who is like a neighbor, he is objecting. How can you proceed? Whatever you are told, no, that is not correct. And therefore, he has to again enter into the arguments with him. That's what he said here. So, yatha griharambe pravartate tadvadeva. Similarly alone. Ayam grantha karta api. Even this author of the text, prathama tarange, in the first wave, first chapter, Anubandha Chatushtayam Samanyatah Nirupya, having presented Anubandha Chatushtayam, fourfold introductory points, Samanyatah in general, Grantham Arabhamana, he is about to start or he is starting the text, means he wants to enter into the main subject matter. That time, Purva Pakshakshepena Pratibaddaha is obstructed by the objections of the opponent. And therefore what? Shruti Yukta Anubhavadi Pramanavalamvena. With the help of Avalamba, help. With the support, help. In the form of Pramanam, the means of knowledge. Such as Shruti, Yukti, reasoning, Anubhava, etc. etc. We can take it as either Smruti or etc. We take it as Arthapatti. Other Pramana, Upamana, whatever Pramana required. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavadi. Generally, three only adversaries. Adi, so we have to find out something. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhavadi, Pramanavalambena. With the help of the means of knowledge or the basis for knowledge in the form of Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava, etc. Swapaksham Samsadayan, establishing his view about Anubandha. Swapaksham Samsadayan, establishing his view, Imam Grantham Arabhate. He starts this Grantha, this text. So he starts this text, the second Taranga and then third Taranga. The main text he starts with third Taranga. But in between he does this job of going to the court and answering to the Purvapakshi. Okay. So Swapaksham Samsadayan Imam Grantham. This Swapaksha Samsadayan, the present tense is used, therefore Imam Grantham refers to the second Taranga. Imam Grantham Arabhate. So now Purva Tarange Anubandha Jatam Sankshepatah Uttam. In the previous chapter, Anubandha Jatam, a group of 4 introductory points. Uktam was told, Sankshepataha, briefly. In the previous chapter, the fourfold Anubandha introductory points were mentioned briefly. Asminstu Dvitiya Tarange, whereas in this second Taranga, second chapter, Tat means Anubandha Jatam, that group of introductory points, Vistarataha, elaborately, Pratipadyate, is presented. He thought that what was presented itself was Vistarata. Now he said Samkshepata, that was Samkshepata. Pratipadyate. Oh, in parliament, this person kept on talking, and then this chairman of the Lok Sabha said, "You please be brief. You please conclude." बोले कि अभी तो शुरू ही नहीं किया. So I'm not come to the main subject. And he said, you conclude. So he says, Sankshepatam Uktam. Sankshepatam Uktam. Now Vistarata Pratipadate. So either one lady was traveling with 5, 6 children. Somebody said you should bring only half. Half only I brought. So Sankshepatam Uktam. Now Vistarata Pratipadate. Adhikari Vishayaka Akshepa. This type of format will be there throughout the Taranga. I checked throughout it is there. Till last there are objection, answer, objection, answer. So Akshepa, and also there is an order. First Adhikari Vishayaka Akshepa, then Vishayaka Akshepa, like that. सब जगह पर आक्षेप है आपको. संबंध में भी आक्षेप है. लास्ट संबंध में आक्षेप है. So Adhikari Vishayaka Akshepaha. The objection regarding Adhikari. According to Purva Pakshi, the type of adhikari you want is not possible. आपको अधिकारी मिलेगा ही नहीं. Adhikari is not there, Anubandha is not there, Grantha cannot be started. Like, one girl is telling that I want this, I'm a particular description. तो मिलेगा ही नहीं ऐसा आदमी. But we should be very obedient also, we should be aggressive also. Aggressive, obedient कैसे मिलेगा? So, संभव नहीं है. See, a person has a description. So, आपको अधिकारी मिलेगा ही. That's what this opponent wants to say. That the way you are describing adhikari, not possible. How? He said we have got so many problems in this adhikari. So here itself, he gives the three 40, 41, 40 to 3 Sukha Prakti Visheka Akshepa. So many three Akshepas are presented. So Dukkha Nivritto Akshepa. There is objection regarding the moksha swarupa, which is supposed to be desired by adhikari. You said adhikari is the one who has got sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. And in that sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, mumuksha is one of the important thing. And mumuksha means desire for moksha. And moksha means what? Ajnana tatkarya dvaita nivrutti. Ajnana tatkarya dvaita rupa anartha nivrutti is the swarupa of moksha. One aspect of the moksha. He says that type of desire nobody will have. Nobody will. The adhikari should have muksha. Because according to you, one who has got all these four is adhikari. Adhikari is the one who has got sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. In sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, one of them is mumuksha. And mumuksha means desire for moksha. And what type of moksha? Moksha consisting of the removal of the entire Dvaita Prapancha along with its cause. Means what? There should be a person who should have desire for removing the entire Dvaita Prapancha with its cause. ऐसा कोई मिलेगा ही नहीं. We don't find anybody having this desire. When we go to Vedanta, do we say, "Oh Guruji, मुझे द्वैत मिटा दो"? Nobody goes and tells, "Guruji, द्वैत बहुत है." ऐसा कोई कहता ही नहीं है. Nobody. They will say, "Oh, स्वामी बहुत प्रॉब्लम है. संसार दावा न ताप तप तप." ऐसे ही बोलता है. Nobody says, "Yes, Swamiji, please remove Dvaita." Nobody says. That's what he's saying. So, dukkha nivritto akshepa. So, there is a objection regarding the dukkha nivritti. Dukkha nivritti is the aspect of moksha. Regarding that, there is a dukkha nivritti is one aspect of moksha. Regarding that, there is akshepa. Objection regarding the removal of dukkha. What is that objection? साधन चतुष्टय संपन्नः अधिकारी इति पूर्वं प्रत्यपादि. So it was presented pratyapadi. It was presented purvam earlier. What? Sadhana chatushthaya sampanna is adhikari. The one who is endowed with fourfold qualification is the qualified person. iti purvam pratyapadi. I think it is a karmani prayoga lung lakara pratyapadi. It's a very peculiar form. Akari, etc. It comes. No, that is a peculiar pratyapadi. We हमको लगता है कि यहाँ कैसे आ गया pratyapadi. Doesn't look like active. It looks that it is passive pratyapadi. Still, we'll check. But from the structure of the sentence, it is active, passive. लुंग लकार. वो लकार तो हम जानते हैं. So लंग लकार तो लुंग लकार has so many forms. Now, तेषु साधनेषु मुमुक्षुता नाम एका. Teshu sadhaneshu, with regard to those four sadhanas which make the person a qualified person, adhikari, among these four sadhanas, mumuksha nama eka. One of them is called mumukshuta, means desire for moksha, or the status of being seeker of freedom. Sacha sadhaneshu uttama, and that is the best, supposed to be the most important among the sadhanas, all four sadhanas, qualifying sadhanas. All right, so far so good. Mumukshuta nama tivratara mokshacha. Slowly this Purvapakshi is building up. So Siddhanti cannot say no to this. Mumukshuta means tivratara mokshacha, intense desire, very intense desire for freedom. So far so good. And mokshahacha, and moksha is what? Sopadana karana jagan nivrityupalakshita brahma vapti. Moksha means the attainment of Brahma, which is indicated by the removal, nivritti, of Jagat, the entire world. Sopadana karana, along with its material cause. So moksha hacha, and moksha is called Sopadana karana jagat nivritti upalakshita brahma vapti. Iti uchyate. In this manner it is told. How moksha is presented? Moksha is the attainment of Brahma indicated by the removal of the world along with its material cause. What is the material cause? Avidya, upadana karanam, mula vidya. So avidya, mula upadana karanam is material cause. Mula vidya means fundamental ignorance. So what is moksha? Attainment of Brahma indicated by, characterized by the removal of the world along with its cause, avidya. Alright, that also is, Siddhanti cannot say no, yes. Now, he says, Atra, in this regard, Moksha Lakshana Ghataka Visheshana Rupa Prathamamshe Sopadana Karana Jagannivruttau Purva Pakshi Shankate. So now objection is very, very specific. Purva Pakshi Shankate. Purva Pakshi raises a doubt. Regarding what? Atra, in this regard, here in this matter, Purva Pakshi Shankate. And what is the area of his, a specific area of his doubt? In the Prathama Amshe, in the first Amsha, of what? Moksha Lakshana. The Moksha Lakshana, the nature of Moksha. Moksha Lakshana Ghataka, an ingredient or a part of Moksha Lakshana, which is Visheshana Rupa. Visheshana Rupa Prathamamsha. The first part, which is in the form of adjective, which is a part of Moksha Lakshana, which is part of the definition of Moksha. अच्छा, what is that? थोड़ा complicated लगता है. He himself clarified. Sopadana karana jagan nivruttau. See, the definition of moksha was what? Sopadana karana jagan nivrutti upalakshita. So, sopadana karana jagan nivrutti upalakshita is that jagan nivrutti. That is the prathama amsha, the first part of the moksha lakshana. So moksha lakshana is in the form of attainment of Brahman. And attainment of Brahman, not simple attainment of Brahman. The Brahman which is upalakshita by sopadana karana jagan nivritti. Therefore he says Visheshan Rupa Prathamamsha. The first part in the form of adjective, which is the Ghataka, which is the part or ingredient of a component of the definition of Brahman. And what is that part? Sopadana Karana Jaganivritti. The removal of the world along with its material cause. So, specific area is objective. What is the specific area? In moksha, there is first part is Jagan Nivritti, removal of the world along with its cause. That is the first part of the definition of moksha. And regarding that, Purva Pakshi has a doubt. So this very specific doubt is there. What is the doubt? Mula vidyaya saha jagannasham na kaha api vanchati. Kopi na vanchati. Kopi means anyone. Anyone does not desire na vanchati. What? Jagannasham, the destruction of the world. Mula vidyaya saha, along with Mula vidya, along with the fundamental ignorance. You are saying that person can be adhikari when he has got mumuksha. And mumuksha means desire for moksha. And moksha means the Jagan Nivrutti along with its cause. Means what? A person can be adhikari only when he has desire for Jagannasha. Not Jagannatha, Jagannasha. Desire for Jagannasha along with its cause. But he says nobody desires that. Then what Viveki Purusha desires? Kintu, but Viveki, a discriminative person, a thoughtful being, deliberate person, Tapatraya Nivritti Matram Vanchati. He desires only the removal of threefold affliction. So I don't care whether the world remains or not. My problem should not remain. Isn't it? I don't say that this Gurukulam, I had discomfort, therefore Gurukulam should be destroyed. मेरा कमरा ठीक कर दो बस. Isn't it? That's what people want. So he says that Viveki wants only tapatraya nivritti. But the Swamiji used to say, just because you have got headache, you should not say that also remove my headache. Isn't it? So headache is there, so you want to remove headache, not head. So tapatraya nivritti matram vanchati. Na jagat nasham vanchati. Is it clear? Very logical it looks. Nobody desires the jagat nasha. Everybody desires for tapatraya nivritti matram vanchati. And tapatrayam cha. And threefold affliction is adhyatmika, adidevika, and adibhautika, adidevikam cha. Adhyatmika means related to one's body, mind, sense complex. Adibhautikam related to the surrounding. He himself will explain. Adidevika related to some natural or some celestial forces. Non-world means non-worldly forces, or no, better to say the celestial forces. Means the forces which do not belong to human beings or other living beings here in this world. Some outside forces over which we don't seem to have control. That Adidevikam cha. Alright. Now he himself explains what is this Adhyatmika etc. Tatra. Of those three, Sharire Jwaradi Roga Chut Pipasadi Janyam Dukkham Adhyatmikam. Adhyatmikam is related to the individual. Dukkham, which is related to individual, is what? Jwaradi Roga Chut Pipasadi Janyam. Born of Pipasa is the thirst, etc. Chut Pipasa, born of hunger, thirst, etc. And Roga, disease, jvaradi. Jvaradi means fever, etc. So the dukkham, born of hunger, thirst, etc. and jvaradi roga, the disease such as this fever, etc. Akshut pipasa. So we can say shita, ushya. The internal shita, internal heat, not outside. Internal heat person feels that some people have got so much acidity or some other discomfort, or uh, very popular is what person is very fat. So so that creates dukkha. Oh, I'm so fat. I'm so fat. So that dukkha, adhyatmikam. Okay. And also here generally we include mental also. Kama krodhadi janyam dukkham. That also is adhyatmikam. Okay. Then chaura vyagra sarpadi janyam dukkham adi bhautikam. The dukkha born of chora, thief, vyagra, tiger, sarpa, snake, etc. The adi padena, it can be anything. There is what vrishchika. What is called vrishchika means
Scorpion.
scorpion. Scorpion. So that janyam dukkham. It can be mosquitoes also. Mosquitoes also. Any. So the dukkha coming from the surrounding, that is called adi bhautika. And yaksha, rakshasa, preta, pishacha, grahadi janyam, शीतवात तापादि जन्यम च दुःखम आदि देविकम. Sometimes the dukkha comes, religious people they believe this yaksha, some demigod yaksha, he possesses the person. उसको कोई बीमारी नहीं, he doesn't have any health issue or something, but yaksha has possessed him, so he loses his free will. Similarly, rakshasa is every time coming and showing, and preta, some ghost, pishacha, they use some other word, fiend, etc. And graha, that also is one type of demon, especially they attack children. So graha, or graha we can say planet, but generally graha here refers to celestial deity. Adi janyam, born of all this. So there may be other also what is called is the harming spirits. Adi janyam, born. So dukkham, which is born of yaksha, rakshasa, preta, pishacha, graha. Oh, what's the time is up. So shita, shita, vata, tabati, janyam cha. So the dukkham, born of shita, cold, vata, the wind, atapa, this heat, adi, etc., cyclone, or what is called flood, etc., janyam, dukkham, adi devi. So the dukkha born of possession by some evil spirit, and the dukkha born of some natural forces like wind, rain, etc., is adi devi. And the author, the Tippanikara, will explain each one of them. We see. Yes. Om